Hey guys, and welcome back to Bad About Skin. In today's video, we're going to talk some of the lies that skincare brands would love us all to believe. I think we've all got a little bit wise over the past couple of years to some of the marketing, the claims and counterclaims of brands. But there's still some common themes and misinformation that are spread by brands to kind of fool us, the consumer, into purchasing their products. I want to talk about them and expose them in today's video because honestly, I think the more informed we are as consumers, the better decisions we can make when it comes to our own skincare routine. So sit back, relax, let's talk the lies skincare brands tell. Before we get into this video, I do want to just say, when it comes to all, marketing, information given by brands, always take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt. After all, brands are there to sell their products and try to make us want to buy them over any of their competitors. Unfortunately, I think this sometimes crosses the line from being, a good ploy to get a few extra sales into something that's just a little bit misleading, which are the things that I'm going to call out in today's video. But any other lies or half-truths that you think that brands tell, sound off in the comment section below because I would love to hear them, and who knows, I might make this into like a part 2 series. Also, just promise that whilst you're down there, if you haven't already, if you could give this video a big thumbs up and a like. It's a great way of supporting me in the channel, and whilst I don't measure my own worth and value in life based on the number of likes I get, YouTube does, and the more likes a video gets, the more widely it will publish it. I would love as many people as possible to hear this message, and by giving the video a like, it's just one small way of supporting me to achieve that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Now, with all that being said, shall we cut the waffle and just delve straight on in? Now, I was searching through all of my products, looking at the claims, the counterclaims, and everything that's in there to really highlight the ones that I think irk me the most. There's a lot to choose from, but I think, I've chosen 4 here I think are just very misleading and actually could lead us to making the wrong decisions for our skincare routine. Let's start off with the claim, suitable for all skin types. This is the most annoying of all of them. I really dislike this. So many brands will slap it on the bottle, suitable for all skin types, because that means, in the eyes of the consumer, you're not really questioning whether it works well for you or not. The brand says it, it's just going to deliver, and then we buy it. And then we're always disappointed. And there's a couple of reasons. First and foremost, I don't know any product or any ingredient in general in skincare that is universally accessible and applicable to all skin types. Different skin types will work differently with different products and with different ingredients, something I always call out on the channel. And if you've got very dry skin, you're going to want to go for something that's different. If it's like me, you've got super oily, acne-prone skin. Similarly, when it comes to sensitive skin, that's a whole different minefield. And the level of resilience to your skin will determine, what ingredients you can tolerate and what products will work for you. I'm sure there are a couple of ingredients and a couple of products out there that will genuinely work for everyone, but this is just a slogan, a word that's slapped on just about every single product. I think it can be quite misleading. Also, there's like a second part to this. What I really dislike about the suitable for all skin types claim is it's kind of like, we have a saying here in the UK, jack of all trades, master of none. And that's what that reminds me of. It's suitable for all skin types, but is it really going to deliver anything specific for your skin type? And so I'd say if you see a cleanser that's suitable for all skin types, actually, should you, as someone with dry skin, not look for one that's more applicable to a drier skin type to get more benefit? Similarly, if like me, you're super oily, acne prone, go for something that's targeted towards my skin type rather than just a catch all. I think actually, this sort of marketing, whilst it's designed to sell the product, actually makes me think twice about it, because I think, do I want something that is literally just designed to appeal to everyone rather than be specifically beneficial to one skin type or another, the one that matches me best? Kind of have that in the forefront of your mind when you see this. Very few things are applicable to everyone, and even if they are, do you really want them, or do you want something a little bit more targeted? Now let's come on to some marketing claims, particularly percentages. Now maths was never my strong suit. You know what? Maths was never like my strong suit at school and stuff. I was much better at other things. But when I read some of the marketing claims, like the 120% improvement seen from this product and all of this, I think, that is just bad maths for a start. Like anything over 100%, no. And then second to that, I also think you need to read the small print of these claims, and the sample sizes are always minute. This was called out recently with the Charlotte Tilbury collagen boosting facial oil, where the claims on that product were like wild. I think it was like a 250% improvement in wrinkles. How? And what? Madness. And then you read the small print, and it was like 22 women were questioned having used this product for 6 weeks, and this was the outcome. And I'm like, no, just no. Unless it's actually scientifically done, where someone's done, samples and biopsies of skin pre and post, which does exist in the skincare world, but they've done all of that, and then they can actually measure accurate percentages. Just asking people, did you like this product? Did it do anything for anti-aging? It's not really telling us, the consumer, anything more than that. Also, when you look into it, not only the small sample size is a little bit problematic, like, asking 20 women what they think about this product isn't really a comprehensive scientific study. And also, it's always women. You read that small print, it's always like, we asked X number of women. I'm like, Really? Like, there are very few differences between male and female skin, but there are some key ones, particularly around oil levels, a profile of when we age, and things like that that do make a material difference to the product. So just, saying, oh, we're testing it on women, it's kind of excluding a whole host of people that might actually want to reach for the product, might actually want to use it and see these benefits. So I wish, if they are going to do this style of like marketing and, shouting from the rafters there, 1000% increases, first of all, they do it in a more scientific way, have a larger sample, and actually a more representative sample, because even within that collection of women that they asked, do we know what skin tones and skin types were asked? Is it actually that representative? Or are all of these, this collection of women, are they all, Caucasian women with dry skin? I don't know. It doesn't tell us anything. So I just say steer clear of that. Don't let that direct whether you do or don't purchase from a product. Look at some other things. Read some reviews online. I'll link some of my favourite review sites below. Use those to guide your way through, not just what the brand wants you to believe and some of the hyped, exaggerated claims. Now let's come on to dermatologist tested. This really hit that products around 2 years ago. Before then, you didn't really see this a whole lot on brands because people were reaching for skincare, and if something said dermatologist tested, people were like, ooh, bit scientific, bit boring, bit bland. And then kind of skincare took off online, here Reddit, YouTube, Instagram, and just about everyone was talking about skincare. And people started to pay a little bit more attention, thought, okay, fragrance-free became a thing. People really wanted fragrance-free skincare. People really were focusing down on the ingredients. And so having something that said dermatologist approved became like a badge of honor rather than something that previously could have actually put people off from buying the product. So every brand, every product now has dermatologist approved stamped on it, which actually means it's pretty meaningless. And there's no universal definition of what this actually means, so you can pretty much put it on whatever you want. Different brands take different approaches with this. So I know some skincare brands actually have dermatologists sat on their board, sat on their advisory panels, and that does mean they have more of an input into the products. Most brands, however, just send it off to a dermatologist, which, they're paying, is in their employ to look at this product, say, yeah, I like it, it's good, yeah, it's fine. And then they stick dermatologist approved. It's just one dermatologist who you don't actually know the credentials of because you can't research. They never advertise which dermatologist, or very few companies do. And actually that dermatologist had very little input into the product. They've just looked at it, looked at the ingredients list, which doesn't tell us a whole lot, and signed off on it. So I think this is one that's become increasingly used and become increasingly meaningless. You've got to have trust and faith in the products and the brands that you reach for, but sticking dermatologist approved actually doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's going to be less irritating. It doesn't mean you're going to get better benefits. It's just one of those misleading terms. Unfortunately, brands are using more and more and more to kind of attract us to them over any one of their competitors. Now finally, let's talk limited edition skincare. This is one of my real pet peeves, actually, limited edition skincare, because first and foremost, often you'll see it's just limited edition packaging. So the product itself hasn't actually changed, it's just a limited edition packaging. Packaging I love. I love to be attracted towards the look of a product, but ultimately it's the ingredients, the formulation that actually matters, not the packaging. So that's the first thing. But also limited edition in a lot of cases isn't actually limited. They do that to sell the quantities at first, and then it just becomes a staple in that brand. And you think, okay, so I forked out and raced to get my hands on that product early, and now it's become a staple. I didn't need to do that. So that's a little bit frustrating. And then there's the opposite side to this, which is where something is genuinely limited edition. And this is where I really, really dislike this, because brands will come out with a product limited edition. I've tried it in the past. It's happened to me so many times, and I've fallen in love with that product. Be like, what? This is an amazing cleansing balm. This is a sensational moisturizer. I need this. And then you go to repurchase it. Oh yeah, of course it's limited edition. They don't do it anymore. I don't know why brands would spend so much money, time and effort creating a really good product to then not sell it long term. Just have it for that moment and then out it goes. It's what I call the Cadbury's cream egg phenomenon. So here in the UK, and I'm assuming this might be an international thing, but I don't know. Here in the UK, there's this chocolate sweet thing called a Cadbury's cream egg, which is like chocolate filled with like a gooey centre. And it's only available around Easter. Everybody loves it. They sell millions, and then it's unavailable for the rest of the year. And I'm like, why would you do that? If people like something and they want to buy it, why would you just have it? And I'm sure there's marketing people out there that will say, actually, it's to create hype, it's to create demand, and there's probably a lot of reasons for it. But in my mind, avoid anything that says limited edition, because you're just going to be disappointed. You're going to reach for it, try it, and then you won't be able to repurchase it when you want to if you do fall in love with it. It's a way of them getting a little extra, hype and attention at the start of a release, but ultimately I always feel with limited edition we end up disappointed in the long run as consumers. So that's definitely another one that I would avoid. So that's a quick rundown of 4 claims and misleading bits of information I think all brands are guilty of sending out to us, the consumer. I hope these do change. You know what? If you're going to do a survey, do an evaluation on the effectiveness effectiveness of a product, do it in a meaningful scientific way, not just a panel of a few women that you've met in like Costa Coffee or whatever and given them these products. I would like to see a little bit more robust data and science behind that kind of study before you put the claim on the bottle. I'd like to see, more targeted skincare to help us understand whether it works for our skin type or not, rather than just saying, suitable for all skin types, because that can be super misleading and actually is the one thing that leads us to use the wrong products or the incorrect products for our individual skin's needs. And of course, limited edition. It's fun, but I just wish in the long term we had more choice, and that if we fall in love with a product, we can buy it time and time again. It's not limited to just that one sales period. So brands, if you're listening, I think we can change this around, and still, I don't think if these changed, it would make any difference to the products that we buy or to your sales. It just means that we're being a little bit more open and transparent with us as a consumer, and at least we deserve that, in my opinion. Anyway, with all that being said, I would love to know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on anything mentioned in today's video, so sound off in the comment section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, love your skin. Take care. Bye.